Factors that can increase Canada visa processing time. According to the CIC, there are several items that can factor in how long it will take for your Canadian visa. These include 1. Type of visa application. 2. Country of applicant's residency. 3. Application completion and correctness. 4. How easily the applicant's information can be confirmed. 5. How quickly IRCC can process applications that are already in the system. 6. How long an applicant takes to respond to additional requests or concerns. For accurate details about Canada visa processing, please check their website timeline. Express entry processing time. 6 months. The Express Entry program includes the following streams: Federal Skilled Worker, FSW, Federal Skilled Trades, FST, Canadian Experience Class, CEC, and some Provincial Nominee programs, PNP. Most Express Entry applications are processed within 6 months from the date it is received. However, in some rare cases, this can take longer. Before the 6-month processing time begins, the applicant must provide all the necessary documents and upload them to their individual Express Entry profile. PR card processing time. 120 days. Applying for a new PR card can typically take around 45 days. PR card renewal processing time. 77 days. PR renewal processing time might take several weeks or even months. If you want to journey outside of Canada, you will want to consider renewing it before it expires. Canada Work Permit processing time. 536 weeks. The Canadian Work Permit processing time is the one with the largest range. The work permit processing time completely depends on the completion of your application and the office you applied at. We have found that it can take between 536 weeks to process a Canadian work permit depending on your specific circumstances. Work permit, while inside Canada, 4 weeks. Work permit, outside of Canada, 5 to 6 months. LMIA processing time. 1036 days. Canada is experiencing a large volume of LMIA applications in 2023, which can result in longer processing times and possible delays, especially seen in the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. Depending on which LMIA you apply for, it can take anywhere from 1036 business days to process your application. Study permit processing time. 4 weeks to 5 months. Just like work permits, Canadian study permit processing times depend mostly on the applicant's country of residence. Typically, a Canadian study permit will be processed on specific circumstances. Study permit, while inside Canada, 4 weeks. Study permit, outside of Canada, 9 weeks. Study permit 5 months. Canadian citizenship processing time. 24 months. A typical Canadian citizenship grant processing time is 24 months. This means that from the day you submit your completed application, it should take about 2 years until it is fully processed. Canadian visitor visa processing time. 23 days, 8 months. Similar to work visas and study permits, a visitor visa processing time can depend on which country the applicant is applying from. The processing time will determine on the circumstances below. Visitor visa, while inside Canada, 23 days. Visitor visa, outside of Canada, 4 to 8 months. Visitor visa extension 6 months. Canada spousal sponsorship processing time. 13-17 months. The average processing time of a spousal sponsorship is approximately 13 months when your spouse is living inside Canada. However, depending on specific circumstances, like if your spouse is outside of Canada, it may take longer. Super visa processing time. 4-6 months. Most applications for a super visa are processed within 6 months and sometimes less. Processing times will vary depending on the visa office and the country you are applying from. Postgraduate Work Permit, PGWP. 2-6 months. When applying for a Canadian postgraduate work permit after your studies, you can expect to wait 5 to 6 months when applying online or 2 months when applying via paper. While waiting, you are allowed to work if you applied for your PGWP before your student permit expired.